Hello, welcome back to Rudiano's Open Air Office. And today's message is don't beat yourself up if you think that you're not creative or not creative enough because you've been conditioned to repress your creativity. Why do I say that? Well, if you go back to your childhood, to when you started school, maybe nursery school, kindergarten, you explored art and crafts and you painted and you drew and it was all fun. But then little by little, this idea was instilled into your head to follow rules. So color within the lines only. Use specific colors for specific parts, which is not bad per se. But then little by little, that took over the creativity and the self-expression. And it became, before you knew it, all about the rules, all about obeying the rules, listening to the teacher, doing what you were told, and being tested about what you've learned from the teacher, and being given good grade, good grade, being given praise by the teacher, your parents, your peers, because you're able to regurgitate and obey the rule almost to perfection. And then having years of that happening, while you're reinforcing this belief that self expression doesn't get you anywhere. Obeying the rules, conforming gets you everywhere. So, what do you think that does to your brain? You're conditioned, and you carry that to your life, to your maybe your your work life, your relationships. Everything becomes about social etiquette, obeying the rules, which again I'm not demonizing because obviously we need a bit of that. We don't want everybody to be running around making their own rules and just not having any regards to for everybody else's feelings and just hurting them and just saying, well, that's how I roll. Tough. Obviously, we don't want that. We need rules. Like those cars, they need to obey rules. If everybody was like, oh, I feel like driving on the right hand side today, I don't like the left hand side. Oh, actually, I think I'm not going to indicate today. I'm just gonna turn willy nilly. Actually, some people do that, and that causes problems. So yeah, not saying that the rules are bad per se. It's the imbalance. It's like the rules over everything else. Doesn't matter if the rule is good, is bad. Follow the rule. Self-expression? Nah, that's bad. And it becomes, actually in our mind, vilified. Self-expression becomes something that you avoid. You leave your expression, your personality, your identity at the door when you go to school, at the door when you go to work, at the door when you deal with people. You become another version of yourself, and then your identity is lost in the source. So, therefore, is it any wonder that it's difficult for you to access that part of you that is creative, but that was repressed from way back then? It's not any wonder. So, what do you do? Well, you've got a choice. You can try and reconnect with it, with that creative side of yours, but know that your self-conscious, your subconscious will fight back. It will try and pull you back to this sense of safety that has been fabricated by all this programming to just follow the rules. Following the rules becomes the safe zone. Anything else than that, trying to break out and express yourself, is synonymous of danger. So your subconscious is gonna be like, no, don't do it. Danger here. It's a danger zone. So if you're aware of that, you're aware that it's your self-conscious, your subconscious trying to pull you back to safety, and not God talking to you or your intuition talking to you. No, it's just programming, and wrong programming at that. Programming that has fed you this identity of obedient little soldier, of factory worker, that is not necessarily yours, probably is not at all yours. But because it's been force fed to you for so long, then you adopted it. Now, what comes to mind, I don't know if I'm going to be able to articulate it, but we're in autumn now, when the trees, except the evergreens are always green, like the name suggests. But most trees, through autumn, they go through a process where they lose the chlorophyll in their leaves. So the green goes away, and then they become red and orange and all those wonderful colors. But did you know that those colors are the actual colors of the leaves? That's their natural color. But the green that we see is the chlorophyll in those leaves. But we used to seeing that the whole year round, and we think, yeah, that's the color of that tree. Those leaves are green. That's not the actual color. It's the chlorophyll. When the chlorophyll leaves, that's where the beauty shines, and that's only in autumn. And I think we like that. Most of our life, we're just following the rules, and we think that's us. But when we actually express ourselves, try to break out of the rules and be actually our own identity, that's where the beauty shines. So this will be my conclusion. Don't beat yourself up because you've been repressed. Your creativity has been repressed because of what this program is conditioned. But just know that you can reconnect with your creativity little by little. You don't have to attach any results to it. Just dip in and out, experiment with it again, and just know that you're gonna be struggling because every now and then your automatic pilot will try to take over and tell you, no, self-expression is wrong. You need to do things like people want you to do that. It's fine. It's fine. Every now and then you may let the automatic pilot take control. But then you take the reins again. And before you know it, you'll be able to reclaim your identity. Not being a complete anarchist, but being able to distinguish between who you are and what you should do in order to become in order to stay a contributing, authentic member of society. I thank you for watching, and as usual, I see you next Wednesday.